community to address young people. And you all know the importance of mentorship, at least at the YALI network, which is the Young African Leaders Initiative Network, in the past, and through other organizations like the 21st Century Entrepreneurs Hub and other programs that myself and other leaders in the community have done before. We've all tried to revive activities that are youth-based, you know, mentorships, volunteering, community development, and so on and so forth. So the benefits of these engagements can never be overemphasized. Before now, the Sokoto youth, the typical Sokoto youth, appreciates just to sit and gist. And once a youth graduates from university, I have arrived. You know, he starts to behave as if he knows it all, while he does not know anything, because our typical educational system does not support the real deal that is happening. You know, the books are so archaic, so what you're being taught in school is not what applies in the real world. And I'm sure everyone here will believe me when I say that half of the people that are successful today are not practicing what they read in school. Am I right? Yes. So whatever you read in school, you find out that you have to come outside school after you've graduated to start learning from scratch, right? You have to learn and relearn and keep learning. Anytime I come for engagements like this, I not only impart knowledge, I also learn from other speakers and other beneficiaries, because I have an open mind, you understand? And there's something with knowledge. There's a concept or a story I will share with you. It's called Empty Your Cups. Empty your cups. So what the storyline behind that, I think it happened years back. A Buddha and he's a visitor, and that was where he taught him that lesson. I'm not going to go into the detail of the story, but the basics of the story connotes that wherever you go for a program or an engagement or a school or a training, wherever you find yourself in a pool of others, you're supposed to do what we call emptying of our cups. Behave as if you don't know anything, so that you can get as much as you can in your cup. You'll be able to utilize the knowledge, right? You find out that some people cannot do that, because the ability to do that is a skill. So by the time you come, for instance, into this training with the mind that I know it all, what is it that this person is coming to tell me? What is it that this person is coming to tell me? What is new? Yes, our Sokoto people have been hearing them, you know. So in that situation, whatever we communicate is just going to, like when you're filling a cup and it's already filled up, it will just keep pouring away, right? Nothing will be retained. You will go back the same. But by the time you come for an engagement and you empty your cup and give space for new knowledge, new experiences, new ways of doing things, then by the time you go back, you will go back with a lot of knowledge gained. Then it will be left for you to sit down and analyze the knowledge and find out how it can benefit you in one way or the other. And what exactly is entrepreneurship? It's just the act of creating a change and solving a problem, you know. So there won't be any entrepreneur in the world if there are no problems. So the fact that we have a lot of problems means that we should have a lot of entrepreneurs. We should have a lot of people trying to think outside the box, trying to innovate on how to solve those problems. So the social that was brought into the world of entrepreneurship, before now, you didn't used to hear about entrepreneurship, right? What you would hear is business. Whenever I ask Mr. Kabiru, what do you do? I'm a businessman, you know? So in recent times, the word businessman or businesswoman got erased and it got replaced with entrepreneurship, right? Then when you're asked, you'll be like, I'm an entrepreneur. But a lot of people don't even know what being an entrepreneur is. It's just an upgraded version of being a businessman or woman. As an entrepreneur, you have the ability to innovate. By the time you want to set up a business, you will not do it the traditional way, the way that Enkaswomo are mostly businessmen and women, right? Because what they focus in is to go to Kano, for instance, or Dubai or somewhere, buy some goods, akasa, aser, akoba haka number. So they are mere business men and women, and they've been doing it for years. They've not changed their ways of doing their business. They've not adopted to new trends. They've not keyed into technology. They've not keyed into new marketing strategies through social media. So you find out that those kinds of business people are usually stagnant and static, right? And by the time new generation like you get trained to be entrepreneurs, get trained to be able to think outside the box and innovate, get trained to be able to use new tools, the 21st century globally accepted tools of solving problems. By the time you are being taught to key in a social aspect to your entrepreneurial endeavors, making you social entrepreneurs, and you start keying into those key important things, then you see a lot of change. The demography, the index of poverty that is being known with the northern Nigeria will start being erased. But by the time you get up and you say you want to continue what your father and your grandfather is doing, we'll go and give them money. This is the way we are doing it, and this is the way we are going to continue it. How on earth are we going to achieve that change? And the poverty index will continue remaining with us forever. And not only that we are poor, the index is showing that Sokoto is one of the poorest states. Why? The people that are creating change and creating wealth outside Sokoto, in other places like Lagos, Port Harcourt, Kano, do they have two heads? The white people that are creating stuff, they are building stuff, they are bringing new innovative approaches, they are doing a lot of things. Do they have two heads? It's because they've opened up their hearts to learn new things, to implement, to explore. I'm not going to tell you that it is easy to be an entrepreneur. It is not easy, but it is something that we must do because we don't have an option. You find out that maybe some, like an example I love to give, a woman that sells akara, for instance. Since when she gives birth to her children, she's selling akara. With that akara money, she sends you to primary school. You graduate. With the same money, she sends you to secondary school. You graduate. With the same money, she sends you to university and you graduate, and mama is still using firewood and stone to cook. Isn't that the greatest embarrassment? It is the greatest embarrassment. Mama is still frying her akara the traditional way that our forefathers were frying akara years back. Mama does not still know that she needs to cover that akara. She's still dropping her akara on the tray. Her son that has been trained to university level cannot innovate, cannot build, even if it's a solar enabled showcase, something innovative that will make people ditch mama's friends and come to her. You cannot do that. Then what are we doing in Africa? And now the jobs are shrinking by the day. Like for instance, the office that I left the Corporate Affairs Commission. Before, a schedule that 10 people do, has now been erased. Just one person is doing the schedule of 10 other people, because the whole schedule has been overtaken by technology. You know, before za a yi maka verification, another officer will assess, another officer will record, another officer will be the dispatch officer, dispatch to you, another officer is security, and at the end of the day, just one person is doing the whole process within a click of a button. So they are even looking for ways to reduce the staff, while you people are coming out of the university and hoping that you will get the jobs. How can that be possible? So anybody that is still thinking towards that line, government should employ me, let me make it big, remove that and focus. You cannot do well when you are in the same circle of Sokoto. You cannot do well. Even me that is a woman, I've known the value of networking, attending conferences, applying for opportunities that will give me that network to see what other people are doing, so that in Najibachi, na fara gengedi in tuno ina da aiki in Zabura, in je in fara chasing dreams ina. You cannot do that. You cannot have that mind by the time you keep this circle you are keeping. Now nobody is doing anything great. You cannot do it. There are a lot of opportunities for entrepreneurs, for leadership, for civic engagement. Anything you want to do, acquire specific niche and opportunities that come from that field. All you need to do is to know how to assess those opportunities anywhere. Have you even registered that business that you are so passionate about? So these are all steps. These are all steps. And before you begin to look for outside funding, you must at least bootstrap on your own, maybe through family and friends, maybe through your parents. You understand? Get some funds to do the basics first that will prepare you to apply for those things. Now I'm chasing an application for $100,000. It's money that is free for grabs. But what I need to do, even at my level that I've prepared for a long time, my pitch deck that was there before I left office, I started developing it. It's no more relevant now. It's no more relevant now. So I had to I had to apply for another accelerator to join and find out what are the new trends now. So I was lucky, out of 500 applications, I was selected. My company was selected among the 28 that will participate in the accelerator. Yes, so that one is specifically for women, and I love stuff that are specifically for women, because if men are there, sometimes suna danna mata da za su samu ba. So that was why your mates are doing it. Baka da time in majalisa, baka da time in hira. Yanzu ni da an mace ma ban da wasu abokai da za su dinga janin hankali na. Yau ina gidan wance, gobe ina wannan, gobe abubuwa na da vision ina da those things that I want to achieve. So I'm being motivated daily. You understand? To act, to do those things. So I'm learning now. Each module I take, I come and implement, and I seek help. You know, because we lawyers who don't like maths, so anything calculation, financial you need to do this, you need to calculate this, you need to determine this, you need to know your numbers, you need to. I sought help. I met her at a program. What sophisticated clerical work at chicken office, the opportunity that youth deserve. Suna nan da yawa cikin website, every day ana hitowa da su. Call for proposal for climate action. Call for proposal for agri-tech entrepreneurs. Call for proposal for women empowerment. Call for proposal for innovative businesses in Africa. Fintech, tech. Kuna ji tech in nan ko kuna wasa da shi ko? At the end of the day, komi digirin da ka samu da digirgir, wallahi inda ku koma kuka yi courses na technology, but wallahi you will not be relevant. Kun jiya? Duk abin da kuka karanta a jami'a wallahi bai da amfani. Go back yanzu ku samu skills na tech. Different aspects, in wani graphic design, in wani coding, in wani meye. by the time kuma kuka samu both za su muku amfani. Yaro na tun yana secondary school ya fara exploring irin wa'annan abubuwa. Ka kira ka fashi kake servant. Kuma for life a hana ka motsi sai ka yi shekara 60 baka iya komi, ka zama brain dead, baka koya sana'a ba, baka koya komi ba, sannan a ce za a baka pension. Haka nan aka so haka mutuwa kana an san wani abu ka kashe ka ware jira kana tunani, ka ware matsa ma 'yan ɗiyanka suna kokarin su struggling, ka ware matsa ma 'yan ɗiyanka kai baka yi setting komai ba. You understand how life is yanzu. So don haka you have to key in, go back, learn these skills. Wallahi zaman kashe wando bai gane ku ba. Ko mu da an mata ba mu zauna ba. Bai gane ku ba zaman kashe wando. So ya je ta Allah ya sa ya samu ya balle ya bar Najeriya. Ko kuma na nuna mishi ai kai wata tsiya ne, kai ne first born din babanka, kai wata tsiya ne. Ko kuma na nuna mishi bokan ga zai hishe ka. Na nuna mishi skills din nan su za su maka amfani duk inda ka sami kanka. So don haka zama bai ci muku ba. I don't want to take too much of your time. Duni ma ina da wani engagement. Amma learning is a continuous process. Learning is a continuous process. Learn, relearn. Ka ci gaba da getting mentors suna guiding inka on processes inka. Get ready for the opportunities. Don't let the opportunities come and meet you not ready. Zaka yi kuka, zaka ji ciwo. So I will leave you with all this food for thought, and I hope that you'll be able to utilize it. Thank you.